Oh boy. Hey Bruce, you don't mind if I just take this last Coke, do you? Thanks, bye! Oh, you do mind. Sorry! Kind of. Hey, mini-can coming through! Dead end. Not awesome. Okay. Wow, so angry. Oh, you poor sad Hulk. Hold on.
Wow, you have the greenest eyes.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So a bunch of you guys asked me to do a video for Hulk Ant-Man from the Super Bowl. So just to explain what's going on, some of it was a little confusing because you're like, Ant-Man isn't supposed to meet Hulk for a while. A lot of you pointed out that Ant-Man is wearing a different helmet in the Captain America Civil War trailer from the Super Bowl than he is in this ad. That's because they started making this ad a long time ago. It takes a long time to do special effects for Hulk, so they probably started working on it as much as 6 months ago. And yes, eventually Hulk and Ant-Man are going to be on screen together, but probably not till Infinity War. Hulk is currently whereabouts unknown as of the end of Avengers Age of Ultron. He has to get into space somehow because of Thor Ragnarok. Based on the rumors, they meet in a very Planet Hulk way, where he's on Sakaar or a planet like Sakaar, fighting in an arena, but they still have to explain how Hulk gets into space. So one of the next movies, either Captain America Civil War or Doctor Strange or Black Panther, Marvel Studios is not a company that is known for subtlety. They will totally spell it out. When it says this is Bruce Banner's lab, I know it looks like it might be in the Avengers Tower, but then when they crash out, you can see that they're just in the middle of Manhattan somewhere. So if you want to place the Hulk parts of this in the timeline, think of it as happening sometime before Avengers Age of Ultron, in the Ant-Man stuff happening from after his movie. It would be really weird if Hulk just showed up with the Avengers at the beginning of Captain America Civil War. He's not in the movie, by the way, but it'd be totally weird if he showed up and they didn't even bother to address where he went at the end of Age of Ultron. Black Widow slaps him upside the head. I told you to call me, asshole. Why didn't you call? We get to Easter egg territory when they open the fridge. Everything in the fridge here is something from a previous Avengers movie, so they're just winking at you from behind the camera. You have leftover shawarma. There's even a Snapchat picture up at the top here. I think that's maybe because they want you to sign up for Coca-Cola Snapchat. You have the anger management book here sitting on the desk. You know, you just love the idea that Bruce Banner would call a code green because someone stole his Coke Mini. Like, of all the things to get really upset about, all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna smash up half of Manhattan, cause millions of dollars of damage because you stole my soda that's worth less than $1. I do like the Ant-Man acrobatics. You have to remember that he gets stronger as he gets smaller, so you could make jokes about the immovable object and the unstoppable force, but a better example of that would be the Hulk punching the Blob. He has this power called gravitational mass allocation, where as long as he's in contact with the ground, he can essentially turn himself into an immovable object. So you literally get an unstoppable force that gets stronger as it gets madder, punching someone that cannot be moved. It's kind of like the reverse of him trying to pick Thor's hammer up. And obviously for the sake of the ad, they want him to open it and drink it like a normal person would drink it. But I think if the Hulk was really thirsty and did want a Coke and couldn't open it, he would just squish it with his hand, pour it all into his mouth. He'd probably even eat the can. But back to Thor Hulk Ragnarok stuff. I know he's missing as of the end of Avengers Age of Ultron, but until we see otherwise, he is on Earth somewhere. He's just hiding out. Now let me know how you think he gets into space. Do you think it's going to be one of the post-credit scenes during Captain America Civil War? They could even wait to the beginning of Thor Ragnarok. Like he could still be on Earth and they could deal with it in flashbacks. Like he wakes up in an arena or he wakes up on another planet and is like, how did I get here? I don't remember. And then they deal with the rest through flashback. Marvel's getting a little bit better about the way it does its origin stories. It's not the linear old school way, like, you know, beginning, middle, end. Usually you just pick up with the hero doing awesome things. Like even during the first Iron Man film, it picks up with him in the cave, then it flashes back to how he got there. So when we see Hulk and Thor Ragnarok, they might give us the explainer in that same way, where it flashes back to Hulk back on Earth, getting fired into space somehow, and then winding up on some crazy planet. I really am hoping they do Planet Hulk storyline across the next couple movies. But that's actually another good question. Let me know what you guys think about them breaking up a really big story for the Hulk over a couple different movies versus them just doing a Hulk solo film. Would you rather see them do that? I mean, they can still do cool stories, but it's very different when you have to weave through a bunch of other characters' stories. I think it'll be fine as long as they keep it under control. Sometimes when the movies get a little too big, like Avengers Age of Ultron got a little too big, it takes you out of the story a little, but I wouldn't expect to get any clear answers from Marvel about what's going on with Hulk for a long time. They've got to promote Doctor Strange after Captain America Civil War comes out, so they'll mostly be focused on that, which is actually going to be pretty awesome. We're probably going to get our first teaser for that when Captain America hits theaters. In slightly related news, there's a bunch of crazy stuff happening on TV this week, but The Flash is really going to take the cake because we're going to Earth 2, we're going to see Killer Frost, a bunch of cool characters, so really like DC TV will probably win the week, but Agent Carter's still really good too, so be sure to check everything out. Most of the Marvel stuff that I'm going to do for the rest of the week will be movie-specific stuff, but feel free to leave requests in the comments. So while you guys wait for all those videos to post, you can click here for the Civil War Super Bowl trailer, and you can click here for the X-Men Apocalypse Psylocke trailer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.